Alright, people, let's get started. Places, please. Places.
Light! Camera!
1, 2, 3.
Action! Welcome to Grand's house!
Ah, the intoxicating smell of the Gulf air wafts throughout the island. This year, when the 4th week in August comes,
we gather to honor the Galveston Women of the Year. Come, every member of our family, old, young, and undecided, and let us celebrate what it is to be a Patton.
when you're a Patton, you gotta love the Houston Astros. When you're a Patton, James Coney Island is your jam. You love to have your family in your sight. You never use the butter if it's light. That's right. When you're a Patton, you are attached to your own cell phone. When you're a Patton, you really care about the grand. You sit on every board and chair committees day and night. When you're a Patton, for Galveston you do what's right. Then head into the living room. We will watch Network of the Food and NCIS too. We like New York and Broadway plays, cooking for all the holidays. Singing loud is the only way, and Disney's A-OK. You won't do anything for family. When you're a Patton, the office is your other home. Your shows are great and everything is perfect as you are. When you're a Patton, your family's never very far. When you're a Patton, you're guaranteed to be a
You know, a lot of people know me. They know that I come from a big Italian family, and growing up, it became a phrase that I heard often that later my children would laugh about, because my mother would say, "You come from a long line of strong Italian women." But you can fast forward many years after that, and you know, I had been in positions of leadership, whether it was president of a club or it was in college, it was president of my sorority, and just things that I just seemed to find myself doing that. It was always, I think I always felt challenged to do what I could, to be the best I could. And as a performer, that's kind of what your bent is anyway. You know, you want to be the very best.
When she talks about the Grand and where it's been since its rebirth in the 1980s to the present time, she's always talking about the volunteers, the original visionaries that decided it was time to rebuild and move it forward. She talks about her wonderful staff, who is absolutely amazing.
I think maybe perhaps the grandest thing about the Opera House is the Grand Dame herself, Maureen. She is fantastic. I also think that she is really the Grand Dame of Galveston. I mean, truly, she is.
All I can say is that Maureen is probably one of the most enthusiastic, hardworking people I've ever had the chance to work with. And my life has become richer because of her, and I think that all of Galveston has done so as well.
One night, Larry and I were sitting in the den, and he said, "What do you think what is Jan going to do about that job, you know, for the Opera House?" I said, "I don't know." I wasn't on the board at the time, and I really didn't know. And he said, "That's the job for you." And I said, "What makes you say that?" He said, "Because it just is."
Maureen has to be the most organized person I've ever known. She is wonderful in the way she relates to people and how she encourages people. She doesn't micromanage. She knows that people have their strengths, and she works towards those strengths, and she encourages people to use them.
Her passion and her dedication to the Grand and the community is utmost to her. She does a lot of work with the Board of Trustees of the Park Board, as well as the Chamber of Commerce and many other organizations which she cares so deeply for.
It's not a full-time job. It is a life choice. It's a life career. And I would never have thought to even think about it had it not been for Larry. My kids literally grew up in this place. They have had the chance to meet unbelievable people. And then when the grandkids came along, you know, the stage was a playground for them. You know, a very wise person said one time, and everybody knows this old adage, is that if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. And that is so true. That is not to say that it's not hard work and that is demanding and all the rest. But if you truly love what you do and you feel called to that, it is a calling. I don't have any, there's no doubt in my mind that this somehow was a calling. You know, you have to love what you're doing to make it work. So I thank the Chamber for all the work that is done on behalf of our community, and certainly thank them with great humility and love and appreciation for honoring me.
Maureen, I cannot think of anybody in the whole wide world of Galveston or beyond that is more deserving to be Woman of the Year.
Maureen, the Chamber is so fortunate to have you as the Woman of the Year this year, and we are so excited that you finally decided to accept the award and bring it back to the Grand and show everyone that you are the Woman of the Year.
We met in college. When we met for the first time, you proposed to me. It turned out to be something that was prophetic. The high point of our lives has been the two daughters, our two wonderful daughters, and the granddaughters, which also have come along since that.
You've reached many heights, but I think this one tonight tops them all. I love you, darling.
I love you, Gran.